Now, I'm no artist, but I am a pretty good tracer, and I'd be willing to trace something for you for like, $1,600. No? Well, we'll talk about somebody who did pay $1,600 for something that was traced. Yes, that's right, folks. It is Tattoogate on the docket today. So have a seat over here at the Weird Kids lunch table. You're welcome to be our friend for the evening as we discuss some hot goss. I got Brittany with me.
Yo, what's up? What's happening?
And Amber.
Hello.
And I'm Lilith. Somebody's got to run down for this.
Yeah, I think Brittany followed it the best, didn't you?
Oh my goodness.
Do you remember Tattoogate? It was many moons ago.
It does feel many moons ago, but I'm gonna just do a Britney summary. Basically, tattoo artist with big ego took a Russ Abbott course, was like, man, this kind of looks like a tattoo MLM. I love it. Took that concept, was like, hey, I'm gonna overcharge all my clients. Unsuspecting client comes in. It's like, I would love this picture of a fox on my arm, please. Something like this. I really like your art. Tattoo artist is like, mwahaha. I am going to come in and I'm going to charge you $1,600 for this concept sketch that looks like the crack fox from the Mighty Boosh. Don't worry, my trash bin bitches. I'm just enjoying my trash. I'm a crack fox. The client's like, oh no, this isn't the fox I wanted. And the tattoo artist is like, well, too bad. I have to charge you an extra $2,260 for an upgrade and to make a change because you chose the option where I don't make changes. And then you find out that all that money she spent wasn't even the deposit for the tattoo.
That's
wasn't
insane.
It was just the sketches. So she's out thousands of dollars, and of course she takes it to the internet. The internet's like, excuse me, what the fuck? This is a scam. And now this tattoo artist's life is probably ruined. That's my summary, folks. That's how it went down.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. What's really interesting is that this isn't the first thing that was called Tattoogate, because our great home state of Ohio had that issue back in, what was it, 2011, we found out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
With like the football players, who I don't think it was a big deal. So like the Ohio State football players were getting like tattoos and deals on cars and stuff for being good football players from like local things. And they're not allowed to do that. So they were punished, but that was also called Tattoogate. That was just like a little
stupid.
Yeah, that was just a little like fun tidbit since we're from Ohio.
Yeah,
it's just probably why like there's another Tattoogate now, or why people named it Tattoogate, because I think probably a lot of people don't necessarily know about football players from Ohio getting in trouble for getting tattoos at a discount.
That's something I wanted to bitch about here for a second, because I kind of think those football players do deserve a little bit off the top,
right? Because they don't get paid, and there's no like they can
get paid.
They can get injured in college and not even make it pro to ever make money.
Break their bodies. Like one of my old jobs, I used to work as a front desk person at a pain care clinic, right? And we would get OSU football players, and they would be jacked up. They gave their bodies for this sport.
Oh yeah.
This guy's like shot at the NFL was decimated because of college football.
Oh yeah.
Because
and, like
he got injured.
Yeah, and they don't get paid, and they can't accept any like gifts or anything.
Which is ridiculous, because they're allowed to use their name on merchandise. Mm-hmm. They're allowed to use their numbers, their likeness, and get money.
Got to make money. The school has to make money somehow, Lilith. How else will the school make money? Especially a school as prestigious as Ohio State University.
The Ohio State University.
I refuse.
You gotta make sure you get that right. You got because there's an Ohio State University, and then there is the Ohio State University. Ooh. So there has to be that distinction, because there are two.
It's a good thing that they never were able to trademark the word the.
Yeah.
Like they attempted to.
Oh, what are we getting into?
Oh my gosh. So
we don't have time to get into all of that.
We've meandered quite a bit. There was a Tattoogate already. This is Tattoogate 2.0, technically.
And the reason why things are called a gate is indeed because of the Watergate scandal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I asked this off mic before.
When we were going over Gate.
I was like, why is everything called Gate? Where does it open to?
I think that it's because the building was the Watergate building. That like Nixon? Nixon had raided? The scandal stemmed from the Nixon administration's attempts to cover up its own involvement in the June 17th, 1972 burglary of the Democratic National Committee headquarters at the Washington, D.C. Watergate office building, per Wikipedia.
I feel like as Americans, this is probably something that I don't think I remember learning this in school. Probably
Briefly,
should.
that's like elementary school, junior high history.
Yeah, we
learned it
on
once.
I skipped around schools a lot, so it's probably because I just like was at different places. Like, it's good information to know because I think a lot of people are just like, everything is a gate now.
I've seen kids on TikTok and they're like, why is everything a gate? And I'm like, it's literally Watergate. Simple.
I think my headcanon before was that it was like Stargate. So it was like you're going through a portal into another world where this drama exists.
Where this bullshit happens.
Yeah. Like we live in the Berenstain Bears universe now when I grew up with the Berenstain Bears.
We are
I
way...
still refuse. I'm positive it's Berenstein, and I will die on that hill. I don't care. I'm part of that alternate universe. I got sucked into the wrong side.
That's why shit's been so fucky. We're in the wrong universe.
Oh yeah, we all were born in Universe E, and we have transferred to Universe A.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for us. Maybe that's what happened to this Courtney chick for her tattoo thing.
Oh yeah, maybe she comes like from a world where her skills warrant that kind of a price.
No, Courtney's the chick that was getting the tattoo, right?
Oh
Yeah.
no. Okay, so I meant Lindsay.
Yeah, Lindsay is the tattoo artist. She's from, I think they said
Ontario,
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lindsay is the one that transferred into this universe and somehow didn't catch the memo that her skills are not worth as much here as they were in her previous universe.
Did anybody look up any of her other work? Because I feel like I did.
So I did see it when her Instagram wasn't private. It is private now, surprise, surprise. And it was just okay. I felt like I could have gotten that kind of anywhere personally, but maybe we're just spoiled because we've been around and seen really good tattoo artists.
Right, like
we have really
my-
good tattoos.
My guy's been doing tattoos since well before I was born. So
Yeah,
I
like
guess
both
not
of you
well.
have really high quality tattoos. The ones that I've seen that you guys have are really nice looking, very premium looking.
Right, because like it's on my body forever and it's expensive to try to fix it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that this person's work is necessarily awful, but
It's not.
having people pay ultra premium prices, you better be offering an ultra premium service.
Right,
And
like
that does not seem to be the case here.
I've got
And here's
beautiful
the thing.
tattoos and I've not paid that much money for them.
And here's the thing, her actual art, like on her Instagram and stuff, wasn't that bad. It was, I could see where Courtney, as a client, got attracted to the art and wanted a piece from her. What drove me crazy is the quality of the sketch she provided after having the absolute balls, the giant testicles, to just be like, here's this art that I'm not going to change, that I'm going to charge you $1,500 for. And it looks like that. And she fucking traced it.
Yeah, because that is the thing, because I'm a digital artist and I once upon a time took commissions and I show people, like I make them pay me up front and it sits in my PayPal so that when I show them the sketch, I can transfer it to my bank so that I've been paid. I do not show them a sketch that's as dirty, anywhere near as dirty as the one that she sent. Like it was like, I don't know how to describe it, but like when you do art, the first sketch you do is like real rough. It's real rough. It's fucking ugly.
Yeah.
That is what this girl got sent. Like there was no cleanup work. It was bad. It was ugly. I would be embarrassed to show a client that unless it's a friend, because I know that I show you guys when I've got a rough sketch.
Yeah, because you're a work in progress. And my thing here is she picked a plan that included no changes. And if you're sending someone a piece of art that is going to go on their body and you're not expecting them to have any changes on it, then what you're sending them should be your final product.
Yeah, it
if
should be the line art.
final product that was going to go on her body, then that would have looked awful.
And
that
it
would not-
wasn't what she even wanted.
Yeah.
She sent her reference photos that she didn't even trace off those. That's what's crazy. You're gonna just find a random Fox image, trace that, and not even trace what she sent ya.
Here's the thing. It's not unusual for tattoo artists to trace. I'm fine with that. I actually design a lot of my tattoos that I get and just give the line art to my guy. But like, if you're going to trace something, it doesn't need to look that dirty.
Well, here's the thing too, is that if it's going to be something that's traced, I don't think that she should have charged her all of this money for a custom design, because what she was selling this person is a custom design made by her that is supposed to be a unique piece for her.
Right.
Like
That
that's the whole point. And the thing is that that's not what she got. And one thing I will say too is that the thing that she traced from, I found a YouTuber named Julie Joe, and she does a lot of anti-MLM videos and stuff like that, but she paid to go into Russ Abbott's space
Program
like
thing.
Yeah, it's like a
That launchpad thing.
yeah, she paid for Launchpad to go in there to try and find out what was going on and stuff like that. And she got a lot of information, including a lot of information from the original artist and the original artist's perspective on this whole thing. So that's something I feel like hasn't really gotten out there quite as much unless someone's seen her video and reported on her video, because that to me is some bombshell investigative journalism here. So the artist herself that actually did this piece said that she traced the fox in particular from a program called Midjourney, which is an AI generation program like Night Cafe or something like that. So she actually got the original image from Midjourney. And actually I can like share my screen so that you guys can see it, because I have everything pulled up just to get you guys to react for this. This was the image that she was tracing from. This is still from when she was making the actual piece.
That's not even what the chick wanted.
No.
Exactly.
That's why
But
it
this
looks so bad.
was generated in Midjourney, and what you see on top of that is just her rough sketching florals around it. So yeah, she's tracing AI art, and the thing is that she's charging these extremely high prices, and she's tracing the artwork. She's using an AI program. None of the stuff that is going into this is any of her actual skills. So what are you paying for? Her to just pretend like she came up with this on the fly and made this for you, even though it isn't what you wanted. It's a rough sketch, and it also isn't original to her.
And it's the balls that the price point is literally just for the sketch. It's not even the deposit for the tattoo. She's expecting separate for that.
So you both have some rather large tattoos.
Brittany's got
like,
bigger ones. Like mine is like, I've got like a 7-inch tattoo. I think that's my biggest one.
Yeah, the one tattoo I have is literally the size of my entire thigh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how much was all of that said and done, if you don't mind divulging?
Probably 1,200 with the tip. And that's 2 full day sessions.
Yeah.
So I spent about 500 one day, 500 the other. Then I got like 400 off the deposit, but by the end of that, I kind of like gave that all back in tip, because I mean, he spent, each of these were like 5-6 hour sessions per day. So like that was his entire booking day.
Okay. Yeah. So for less than what she paid for this rough sketch that she never even got on her body, you were able to get a full, gorgeous, having seen this beautiful tattoo that looks like really, really good, high quality tattoo for less than what she paid for a grody trace sketch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's like, to me, that she's not charging a commensurate amount for what she is giving people by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
And we're not saying tattoo artists definitely need to charge what they're worth.
Oh yeah.
But this is an obvious scam.
But here's
This
the
is a
thing.
scam.
Here's the thing. If an artist undercharges you, you can tip them.
And that's exactly what Brittany was talking about. That's what she did.
Like when I undercharge people, they feel that I've undercharged them and I feel like I've priced it fairly. They tip me. Like it's simple.
Yeah.
I don't send an invoice. I just say, send me this amount of money, and then they send me whatever they want.
Yeah, and I feel like that makes sense. Brittany gave her tattoo artist a big tip because they did a good job. They spent a lot of time on it, and it looked beautiful.
Take care of your artists as long as they take care of you.
Exactly, and that's a running thing that we have. Take care of your artists.
Yeah, pay your fucking artists.
But
unless they're insane like this lady.
Yeah, in this case, it's very clear that she is just completely taking advantage of people. I'll be honest, I have no tattoos. I don't even have one.
You don't have any?
I have none. So
for some reason, I thought you had at least one.
You would think.
No.
No, I don't.
No.
Unless you count the little like gray dot in between my toes where I dropped a pencil and it like went through my skin, and it's there now.
Permanently a gray dot.
So I have a dot tattoo, I guess, that I gave myself by just being a perpetual klutz. But yeah, no, like if you don't count that, then no, I have no tattoos. I actually am coming at this from a outside perspective. But I do know business, and I've worked on commission before. Not art commission, but commission. But we have, seasoned tattoo receivers here, and also people who do commission, and we have Amber who does commission art. So this whole thing has just been really interesting to see unfold, and I love that it actually has a happy ending.
It did.
It got such a good ending. So every everybody that was super offended. So many artists was sending her free concept art for her tattoo, and they were reaching out like, we'll do your tattoo, we'll do your tattoo. It finally got to the right person who was like, hey, I'm a well-known tattoo artist. I will fly you out to come get this tattoo for free. If you'd like, we can donate your tattoo money to a cause. I think she ended up donating to like some fox sanctuary.
Oh, yeah.
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 And
I
I
just
watched
love foxes, and it's just so cute.
It's adorable. I actually watched a little bit of the live stream, and somebody that sent her, I think it was somebody that sent her a concept art, had like put blueberries in it, and she really liked the ideas and resonated with the blueberries. So her final design actually ended up having little blueberries in it, and that was something that kind of came up organically in this whole thing. And I just thought that was really wholesome.
How
Yeah,
long ago did she get the tattoo? Because as of recording, it wasn't that long ago that she got the tattoo like live on TikTok, right?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
maybe a little over a week ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. Although it feels like a million years because
There's been so much going on.
tipping our toes into some other drama, which we'll bring up in future episodes once a little bit more comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We need
yeah.
some more info for other stuff.
Absolutely. So just know that in the past week, 2 very big dramas have just blown up even more, and like we've been watching that. But we are telling the tattoo Storygate today because it's like got a nice little bow on it.
It got wrapped up nicely.
Yeah, I will say the original tattoo artist that had charged absorbent prices to make a rough sketch for this person, she did respond through this Russ Abbott Launchpad website. And suffice to say, well, I'm not going to say suffice to say, because I do want to go over a little bit of it, because honestly, it was awful.
Go ahead and read that shit.
Her original response to this, I'll just read the initial part of it so that you guys can hear this, because I think it's pretty important to hear what she thinks about this whole situation.
Yeah.
Good morning, and thank you for wanting to hear me. I have taken silence, and I understand how that may look to some of you. My life has been turned upside down in a way I could never imagine. This has been a journey like no other. I understand and can respect and appreciate the frustration for the client. Any anger towards me is a reflection of the compassion people have for the client. I understand. I also understand the frustration in my silence. I am grateful for this learning experience. I think all of us will have learned from this in the end. Against all odds, I am still choosing love, and I challenge you to meet me there. There are always 3 sides to a coin, and I ask that you reserve your judgments of me until I can share my voice. So this is just the first part of hers.
And I hate that shit because the 3 sides of the coin, I know she's getting at that there's my side, her side, and the truth. She showed us proof of the truth. Your sketch sucked and you charged her an exorbitant amount of money. Like, that's what that shit boils down to.
Yeah, 3 sides to a coin is kind of a weird thing to say. I get what you're saying, but still, when I first heard that, I was like, that sounds really weird.
That was always a saying that I've heard, because it's always there's my side, their side, and the truth. And the truth is always in the middle.
Yeah. And to be clear, having read all of this is directed towards people who are concerned about her client and not the client.
Right. And the way she words it, I'm glad everybody has sympathy for my client and empathy for my client. However, I challenge you to like meet me in the middle. It feels like some new agey gaslighty bullshit that people
absolutely.
like to pull out of their ass.
Definitely. Honestly, the first time I read this, the whole time I was just thinking, man, this just sounds like my mom acting like she's apologizing, but not, because all she wants to do is move forward and not look in the past, because the past is where she did something wrong, and that would mean that she would have to apologize for something. So she wants me to move on and her to move on so that she can feel better instead of actually doing the thing that she would need to do to make me feel better about what she did to me. So,
hey Lilith, how long did it take us to get to childhood trauma?
27 minutes!
It was
27 minutes!
Yeah, do it again too. Oh man,
we have a timer now to know.
It's the trauma of the day.
We need like a little jingle for it, like
doop trauma.
Oh,
do a little Dora spice to it. Be like da 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 the trauma, da 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 the trauma.
Oh, I'm totally for it. The Dora the Explorer song is actually one of my go-to tunes when I make songs about things.
Oh my god. That's so good.
But yeah, I mean, that's essentially what she's doing. She doesn't
Yeah.
want to apologize to the person that she hurt. She just wants to move on, and she wants them to move on without her doing anything that involves actual work and emotional labor.
Right.
So that was the initial part of it. The part I find interesting is that she says, until I can share my voice. Now, like, I don't know if there's going to be anything that comes out about this after we actually release this episode, but I highly doubt that she's actually going to say anything. And I think it's actually in her best interest that she don't at this point, because if this is how she's going to respond, no one will take it well, and it will give renewed vigor to this whole drama and just start it all over again.
Yeah. And I mean, let's be for real. She's going to stay silent and she's going to keep doing what she does. The only thing we can hope is maybe with the awareness out for Lindsay, consider this an artist beware. This is more like a client beware. Client beware of this tattoo artist. Do not go to her. She will probably scam you. She will probably still scam you. I don't think she's going to change her ways. You know, things will die down and she will do exactly what she's been doing. And she's going to bank on that. And, you know, we can't stop that. But if there's enough awareness out there to avoid her, avoid her. Just save your money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you already go
So-
over what the guy said?
Russ Abbott did.
Oh,
So-
yeah. His canned response.
Yeah.
He gave a canned response before this stuff came out. He did release a thing.
Not that I'm sure that anything was his fault, but I don't know anything about the guy.
I mean, it was his business model that she was copying off of. From what I've seen from other tattoo artists on TikTok, because I like fell into a rabbit hole with this, a lot of them brought up Russ Abbott and they brought up, you know, his business model and how predatory it is and how it does kind of give MLM vibes. I'm not going to call it an MLM, but that's the vibes that apparently gives off. And, you know, just looking at Lindsay's little pyramid scheme, I see why.
Yeah. And like his response was very much a non-response. It also doesn't actually condemn Lindsay all that much. He says that she's doing something wrong, but also kind of says that she isn't. So like he kind of plays the fence so that he can still keep getting money from her for like his classes or whatever, I imagine, but also try and satiate his audience, even though I don't think anybody's really buying it except for maybe the people that are just in his launch pad, maybe, which those are the people that are sending him money. So, I mean, those are kind of the only people who need to, in his eyes, I'm sure. But yeah, while I think it kind of makes sense that he did apologize just so that he wouldn't prevent people from trying to buy his products or his tattoos or, you know, anything like that, it was definitely not a good response. I did find more of Lindsay's response. She says, anything I say, I continue to get attacked, hence my silence. I'm not trying to be defensive. I'm trying to explain. I understand everybody wants the chance to give me their 2 cents and bury me alive. I'm already hung up. It's easy. Why not? So basically, she is playing the victim in this. She's basically acting like this is all happening to her and has nothing to do with what she did to her client or clients, because multiple people have come forward about this person, both as clients and as interns or like potential interns.
Remember that guy that stitched Courtney's TikTok and showed off his dragon tattoo only to find out that it was a tracing of Haku?
Yeah.
And he was super
Oh, yeah.
pissed about it!
Oh,
Haku
yeah.
was spirited away!
Yes. That was one of the
Yeah.
other things I saw.
He didn't even know that it was from Spirited Away. Like, he had never
Yeah.
seen it before, so he had no idea that his dragon that he thought was just like a dragon somebody made up was actually from a movie.
But everybody else was like, yes, that is definitely from Spirited Away.
Yeah, if I remember right, it was a sticker or something that someone made that they were selling on Etsy or something like that, that she had just flipped and traced.
It's hard to like nail down exactly what art she used because it's a popular position to draw him in when he's in dragon form.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a million of that kind of picture.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that was really messed up. And then there was another client that came forward that had paid, it was like $4,000 or something like that for a tattoo from her. And she was given one price. And then she goes in at like 9 a.m. for her appointment. She comes for her scheduled time for her scheduled appointment. And this this artist doesn't even get to her until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, does work for like 2 hours, and is like, oh, gotta pick up my kids. See ya. And she charges a daily rate. So she wasted this woman's time, only did 2 hours of work, and then wanted to charge her a whole other daily fee the next time she came in. She's just not upfront about her pricing whatsoever from what it looks like. All the people who have said something pretty much were given one price up front, and it was not made clear what the actual pricing structure was when they actually went to go get the tattoo.
And then she gaslights girl boss and gatekeeps until they just give her the money.
Yeah. And she uses the police to do it too, because that second person, she did her last day's tattoo, and she's like, I don't want to give you more money because you've already made me pay more than twice what you quoted me for it. And she didn't even actually do the piece that she originally said that she was going to do, because she had done a design for her, and it was originally going to be like a cover-up tattoo for this person. And then she has the design made, they have a plan, all that stuff, they have a scheduled time or whatever, and then she out of nowhere just says, oh, by the way, I can't do the tattoo cover-up, so we're just going to do this part. And then she's like, well, can we at least do this? And then she's like, oh, well, if you want me to change the design, then you're going to have to pay another design fee, when she was the one that changed the design.
It's just the actual balls on that. And people just going with it. I mean, I get it, because at the time, they feel trapped. They've already laid out so much money. Do they walk away from the money they already put down and try to fight it in civil court? Like, I mean, I get what's running through their heads and why they feel trapped, but man, the way I would just turn into a super Karen and make her life an absolute hell until I got my money back and walked out that door.
Yeah, from what the last girl I was talking about said, the police came to her house because of this, and they said that they had gotten a lot of complaints about her. So the police definitely know who this chick is. This is a pretty common thing, apparently, enough for a random cop that shows up at your house, that was dispatched to your house, to know exactly who she is and say, like, yeah, this is a known thing. And they also told her that there wasn't anything they could do about it, that she can charge whatever she wants. So I'm really curious if anybody's going to end up actually taking her to court over it, because I think that...
Yeah, it all lands under a civil matter.
Yeah.
So the police can't do anything. And I mean, if I was her, I would hope the police get called on me while I'm trying to Karen my money back, because I'd let the police know too. You can't do shit either.
Yeah, and I think that the average person is not necessarily going to think, oh, I should record absolutely every interaction with this person, because it kind of seems like she does voice calls and video calls and things like that, so that there isn't a record of the pricing that she gives. So in some of the previous things that were mentioned, she did a voice quote. Then after the fact, she's like, well, it's my word against yours. And you know how the police go, they are going to go with the business every time, because that's basically who they think they work for, I guess, or who they work for, even though that's not how it should be. But yeah, I hope that somebody takes her to court on this civilly and gets themselves some receipts and stuff, because it sounds like she's really actually kind of abusing these people.
Yes.
These are abuse tactics to get what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the same thing that Tattoogate lady did. Like, overcharging people just because you can. What, like, a shitty move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Tattoogate took advantage of basically being the only bakery in a small town for probably miles. It's not a big town she's in, so there's probably not a ton of options. So people use what's there. And in this case, I mean, she just kind of gaslit everybody into what she wanted. That's what it feels like Lindsay did. Is she just, there were other options, but she just gaslit everybody into a trap, and then they felt trapped.
Yeah. And because she has, the police on her side and stuff like that, she can essentially just bully people out of more and more money, like just like whatever she says that she wants to do. She can just send her popo goons after them, and they will just fetch their money.
You called them popo goons.
Can we get that on a shirt?
I'd wear
a sticker.
Oh my god!
Something.
Is this gonna end up being our first merch? Is just the popo goons?
The popo goons.
I'm cool with that. Popo are goons. Yeah.
Oh man.
Hashtag Popogoons.
Yes. Please remind me of that when we go to put this out so I can, when I tweet it, it'll be hashtag Popogoons. And nobody will know. Nobody will know what we're talking about until they listen to the episode.
It'll be a nice little
Inside joke for our listeners.
Listen and find out.
Right. Instead of fuck around and find out, listen and find out.
Yeah. Fuck around with your ears. Find out.
Yes.
About the Popogoons.
Oh god.
Fuck.
It's so good.
Oh, I cannot with you guys.
Just a bunch of mentally ill fuckers trying to make a podcast.
Oh yeah.
This is what you get. This is the content you signed up for.
It is, because it's supposed to be we're just sitting around having lunch, spilling the tea.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I do have tea, and I am drinking it.
I have coffee because it's 9:30 at night and that's when I drink coffee.
That's sane and reasonable and not at all an indication that you're mentally ill.
Brittany! I mean, you're not wrong.
No.
Can't argue that logic.
At least you're drinking it out of a pretty cup.
Yeah, one of my custom, well, I guess it's not custom, but it is one of a kind because I am obsessed with Pottery by Danielle.
I want one of her practical magic mugs so bad. I'm just waiting patiently for my time. I put myself on her little waiting list and I'm like, come on. I hope this works out and I get one.
I have a mug on the way right now.
Ooh.
Gosh.
Oh,
Mug.
I did see where you got that.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Do we have anything else about Tattoogate?
It really just wrapped up so nicely.
It did.
Like, it had such a happy ending. I don't have anything else besides just dunking on Lindsay for just being a dummy.
It's upsetting because, like, her work doesn't look bad. She just sketches poorly, apparently.
Yeah, like, I don't think that she would have even ended up in a big scandal like this if she wasn't just trying to scam people.
I think she just puts no effort into her sketches. She's like, I'm better than this. Probably spent all of 5 minutes and sent it off and been like, this is what I expect. This is the quality I'm giving out and you deal with it.
I'm looking at her tattoos listed on this one page, and one of these quote-unquote tattoos is clearly not a tattoo. It's just the line art transposed onto where it's supposed to be on the body.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, some of these are, like, clearly not tattoos.
Oh.
They've been retouched.
That's saucy.
I am alleging that. This is allegedly. Allegedly. That is the pixels. The pixels. The pixels are sus.
The pixels.
Yeah.
Sus. The sussy wussy.
Oh my god, we are so unhinged today. This is... Man, I hope y'all signed up for some weird shit today.
We've been having a week, guys.
Yeah, we've been having a couple years.
I've just been like reading through the rest of this just to kind of see what it is, to see if it's even worth reading it. All of her response is literally just trying to get people to feel bad for her and just stop saying that she did something wrong. All she's talking about is how this hurt her and her feelings and how she's gotten all this hate over this, and it's all about her.
And I mean, I'm sure it's hard to get dunked on by literally everyone on the internet and all of your peers, because I mean, that's a lot of tattoo artists that are out here dunking on her too. So, I mean, I'm sure that's hard, but you brought it on yourself. I have zero sympathy for it. Do stupid shit, win stupid prizes. That's just what happens.
There have been people in the past who have had drama stuff come out where they've done something wrong and they've made an apology that was a real apology. And I think that when that happens, if you do a real apology where you're really taking accountability, you're really saying, okay, yeah, this was not a good move on my part, and you try to rectify the situation, people take very kindly to that. She would actually probably get more clients if she would have responded to this like a human being and actually apologized and tried to make it right, because people love that. Not, people love that like, oh, it's a good PR move, but it's just a good move as a human being, and people recognize authenticity.
Yeah, if she just gave literally baller customer service, nobody would have even blinked an eye at her price gouging. That's the funny part.
Yeah. If she would have looked at the situation with her and just been like, oh, okay, I see that I wasn't clear about my pricing. How about we forget this and we try this? Because I I don't think that a maybe 15-minute sketch on top of AI generated image, if anyone does it, is worth $1,600. That's too much money for something that is so very little work. And reading a little bit more of her response, she says that she's taking steps regarding her unhappy clients. I don't think that's true unless the steps she's taking is to try and silence her in some way, like a cease and desist or something like that, just based on the way that she's talking. Greetings from the future that is currently the present for me and the past for you, dear listener. It looks like past Lilith's premonition came true. As of July 20th, the second victim, Rima Q, posted a TikTok saying Lindsay's lawyers sent her a cease and desist. They said that they will sue her for defamation, damages, and court costs if she doesn't take her video down, publish a retraction, and publish a formal apology to Lindsay. I'm happy to report that Ree is planning to fight this and currently has a GoFundMe to assist with legal fees during the process. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Because she's saying, regarding the unhappy client, I'm taking steps there as well. But she's not saying that she's apologizing to her. The original person that was talking about this, she has never received an apology or anything like that. She hasn't mentioned anything like that, which she's such a nice person. I feel like if she actually apologized to her, that she would say something about it, because she's just a super nice person. And this artist is saying that she's going to take steps. I think she's just lying to people in this forum just because it's not like people out in the wider world. I don't think she thinks that other people will see this stuff. Yeah, I just find it really fucky-wucky that she's telling these people, oh yeah, I'm taking care of this situation with the client, but she's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a smokescreen. She's just trying to save her own ass because everybody's eyes are on her in her community.
Yeah. Humility is one hell of a drug is also in this quote-unquote apology, and I find it funny because she takes none. like humility is a hell of a drug, but for who?
Not for you.
For whomst?
Like, you sure as hell ain't taking a toke of that humility.
A toke of that humility.
Please.
Like somebody's sitting here offering her a little humility J, and she refuses to take a puff. I'm just saying.
We just need like all of the Lilithisms. Jesus. A toke of humility.
Humility.
Oh god, I need to put this stuff in the fucking Google Doc.
God damn it. So, if anybody's interested in that kind of merch, let us know in any kind of comments that we may have, and maybe that could be a future thing, because why not?
Yeah, like if we say something and you think it's funny, please tell us.
Oh yeah, I will try to make it happen, because we are passionate about our craft.
And we have artists. I'm an artist. We've got artists.
I'm not an artist. I'm not even a regular artist. I have no creative bone in my body.
You do.
I'm just a person.
You are creative. You're right.
I guess that counts.
Yeah, the
Word
literary
creatives, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though this podcast contradicts that, because I'm like, words. How do words? How do speak?
Because we just don't have the brain cell.
That's right. We share a brain cell amongst ourselves, and it just depends on who has the brain cell. I guess right now Lilith has the brain cell because she's been keeping this conversation going.
They are popping off today with these Lilithisms. It's so good.
I'm having a day. I'm pretty happy about it.
Fine.
I like making you guys laugh.
So let's go ahead and do a round of final thoughts here for the Tattoogate. I guess I'll start first because I brought it up. So my final thoughts is play stupid games, win stupid prizes. The tattoo artists got what was coming to them, unfortunate karma. And I'm really glad that Courtney, the client, really ended up with a good experience in the end. So what started off as a really shit experience really turned into something cool and life-changing for her. And she got to travel and meet a cool tattoo artist. And she's got a beautiful tattoo now of her dreams. And I'm glad it came to fruition like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked out for her. She deserved it. That's my final thought.
Yeah.
I mean, Brittany said it pretty well. My big thing is that the sketch that this artist sent, I would never send something that dirty to someone. It was just not clean. And if you fuck up, because the artist did fuck up, that was on you, girl. You need to save face. You need to be able to take a step back and be like, you know what? Maybe I fucked up. up, because then you won't have what the internet did, which is like tear her apart. Didn't you say that like her Insta's even like private now?
Her Insta's gonna stay private. I just
Yeah.
went there to look at it, and it's still private.
Yeah.
But you know, at least this Courtney lady got a killer tattoo in the end, because like it does look pretty bomb, and it's
It's
exactly what she
beautiful.
wanted from someone else. Lilith?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Our motto here is pay your damn artists, but I guess this time there's a little asterisk there, unless they're trying to scam you. A 15-minute to hour sketch that is largely not even made by you. I mean, I just don't think that it's like commensurate with the price. And when you do something wrong as a business owner, as someone whose whole business is customer service, when you do something wrong and you've really aggrieved people like this, the best way is to really like look at yourself and what you're doing. You don't have to run away from it. You can accept that you've done something wrong, and all you need to do is apologize, try to do your best to rectify the situation with the person you harmed, and people will respect that, and you will get more business. You'll get more business being a real person and a real human. The internet and people in general love compassion and humility, so toke that humility. Do it. You said it's a hell of a drug.
Hashtag toke that humility.
Hashtag toke that humility.
Hashtag popo goons.
Popo Goons is still my favorite.
It's so good. Yeah. All right. I think
so. My last sentence will just be toke that humility with the popo goons.
With the popo goons. Maybe it'll help.
Maybe it'll help. Yeah, exactly.
With the popo goons. Oh no.
All right. I think lunch hour's about over.
Yeah. I hear that bell ringing in the distance. I gotta dump my tray.
Yeah. Come take a seat with us next time at the Weird Kids Lunch Table Pod. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.